Hey guys, B2 here, and we're going to continue on this Wurm Unlimited journey, and we're going to kind of move into the second part of things. You're going to need to make some early kills, and I would recommend fighting like pheasants and chickens and stuff like that early. Most of the stuff in here will kill you, and it's not a quick, it's a slow, painful death. But you're going to need to learn how to make and use the forge. So if you look into the crafting menu and you look up forge, it'll tell you the recipe, right? So it is simply, to start it, you need a stone. Let's widen this out. You need a stone brick and some clay. The additional items to finish it would be 10 more stone bricks and 10 more clay. So it's pretty simple to make this item right here, which is your basic forge. If you right click and examine it, it's going to tell you down here that it's a quality level of 17.5, but I can tell you that you're going to start at like 1.0, and you're going to have to chisel and add and repair and do all kinds of stuff to raise the level, and that's based on your masonry. I believe masonry, and we can clarify that, but in order to light this thing here, see how there's no thing to light, you're going to have to make a kindling, which I've done. You're going to need to activate your steel and flint and right click it. Now the light option comes up and it will tell us if we're successful or not. Yes, I can. So basically you got a basic fire now started. If you right click and examine again, it'll tell you that the fire burns steadily and will burn for a long time. So that's good, right? So you got it on there. You don't have to worry about putting anything in there. However, for the sake of the video, we don't want to have to do this again, so we're going to add it and then examine again, and boom, it will still burn for a long time. So we're good. Now, in order to do any work in here, you're going to need to have, see how it's just very warm in here? And then let's look at the lumps of iron are very warm as well. And you're going to need to have it glowing, searing hot, I think it is, or glowing hot, just like you would need to if you were going to blacksmith anything else. So let's take a look at what we'd like to create here. And we also have a large anvil and barrels of stuff. Like if you open this barrel, this is where we pull our water from. So if I was to come down here to the activate the skin and right click the barrel, and fill? No, it's not going to let me. Let's do it from here. Fill. There we go. It sounds like you're taking a piss. But anyway, you're filling up your water skin. So, I drag them and they weigh less than large. Okay. I've learned a tremendous amount. These guys down here, Ishi and Aiken, are husband and wife, and they have taught me a tremendous amount about the game. So if you're watching this, thank you so much, guys. And I'm still nub cakes on there. So back to what we're going to do. Let's create a simple, everyone always wants swords and stuff, so let's look at swords. Here's the weapon blades, here's the weapons, and just like you guessed it, we'll do a short sword, just something easy. You'll need a handle and a short sword blade, so let's look at the blade. We need an iron one. You'll need a small handle and an iron lump. Okay, very simple, right? We'll close that. We will let me see if it's hot enough yet. It's hot, so it's not enough to work with. We're going to move a little bit from this forge over, because if we look in here, all this stuff is cooled down too. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's pull these guys out into our inventory. And you saw that, right? That was easy. I think sometimes we do things a lot quicker. If you want a group of stuff, you hit the shift key and pull it down. 6 items. Left click it, hold it, and drag it over. Boom, it moves over to your inventory. And now those 6 items that you dragged over are ready. So we're going to walk over here, and then we're going to open it back up, and I'll show you. Now these 15, see how they're all in here, and they don't have any identifiers as far as heat. But if you look at these in here, these 2 have heat on them. So we're going to do that, shift, and drag these all into here. And boom, you see how these are not hot or warm at all, but these 2 are. So typically what we end up doing is having really just having 2 forges going, because when you get 3 or 4 people around them in the beginning, it ends up being craziness, and of course it puts off more light, and as you can tell, the further in the mine, the darker it is. So and we also have a lantern on us that's at 18 quality, so it's not horrible, but again, 2 fires would be more light than 1 fire, right? So let's open this back up. Alright, so the iron is just about ready to work with. Let's open it up and see. Searing hot. Okay, 1 more level to glowing hot, and then we're gonna make this little thing. So in the meanwhile, we can get back over here, open up this bin. We need to make we need to pull one log out. So with the storage bins, if you click it over, it's going to ask you how many you want. We only want one, and it shows up. So we're going to get our carving knife, right click on log pine wood, we're going to create, and then we're going to look at, where's shaft. We're going to make a shaft. No shaft jokes, guys. Keep it in your pants. So, alright, so here we go. And we were unsuccessful, so we're going to create construction material shaft one more time. Boom. Now we have some pine wood scraps and we have a shaft. If I right click here again and create, then I can make a handle. I just know that because I've done that multiple times. So, boom, there we go. Did not make it, so handle. And again, it's like anything else, the more you work with it, the better you get. So there we go, boom, and we got a skill upgrade, carving to 7. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, so we've got our handle that we need. Now all we need is the blade, and these guys should be ready to go soon. So let's see, glowing from heat. Okay, so we need to get a, let's look up the sword again. Sword blade, iron lump, small anvil. So you're gonna need to pull the small anvil right here, pull it into your inventory, pull it over to here. We're gonna take a lump, so we're just take this guy here, there's 13. I'm gonna move you over. These are all the things you can make now with a small anvil and a lump of coal. Really, really simple stuff. But we're specifically looking for a short sword blade, and we have a 53% chance of making it. You'll see this red, this lockpick, because we are not high enough level to make these yet. So eventually that's something that will open up for us. Alright, now it says that this lump doesn't have enough in it to make, because it only has 0.7, so let's get a bigger lump here. Here we go. Here's a 16.7 right here. You'll see it, 16.75, and it's a 9 quality, so that's fine to start with. Let's drag it up, go back to sword blade, which is there, and create. And let's see if we can get it. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. We created the sword blade. So what we'll do is we will take the sword blade and the pine wood handle, and we'll create the only thing you can, which is the short sword. Um, 41% chance, so we might fail 2 or 3 times before we get it. Nope, another fail. And you can queue up more than one event, so if I wanted to queue 3 and just wait for it, I wouldn't have to hit it each time that you fail. And normally about the time I do that, it creates the sword, which it did. Awesome. So we made a short sword with a quality of 1. Let's move this over here. You can see it right here, short sword, quality 1. So in order to, from the previous videos, you know that anything on the right column is what it takes to improve that item. So if we wanted to improve the anvil, we could double click the water, hit right click on the anvil, and temper it. And then it says you have to repair it. So we repair, boom, and it's going down here, it's repaired, right click, temper, and we'll see. Did we get it? Nope, we repair it again. So anyway, you get the gist. It takes like forever, but the higher quality items you use, the higher potential. There we go, it's a 12.63, and it says if I temper it again, I can get another upgrade. So let's see, do we break it more? Nope, 13.69, and it says temper again. So you get the idea basically. I'm going to go ahead and open and put this. Let's repair it before we put it back in. We'll be kind. We'll put it back into the forge. So in order to do this short sword now, I need a quality that's better than the short sword, right? Which is a 1. So I'll take the 9, right click, and improve it. So the metal needs to be glowing hot. So let's put the short sword in there, and let's do this. Let's go ahead and see, those are all needing a pelt to polish them, so that's why they're still in there. Let's pull this spear tip out. somebody was making a spear, and we'll just kind of help them along here. We'll get a lump of iron, and we'll get the big boy right here again. Double click it. Now if you right click the spear tip and you say improve, it will try to improve it. And you'll see these are the two numbers you're looking for. There it goes. It went to 199. We'll try to improve again. And went to 287. And now I see it needs the pelt, which we don't have. So we're going to go ahead and throw the spear tip back in there. Let's try to do the chain sleeves. Improve. I think he's giving me my compass. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks. So if we look to improve the chain sleeves, there they go. They went to a 653. We'll try to improve them again. 838. And we'll keep going. And we can look at our chain sleeves here. They're quality 24. These were made for me by Ishi, and her skill is way up there. So, and we'll look and it says chain armor smithing is to 2. So they broke, we can repair them, and this is basically what you do over and over and over again to improve the rating of it, like a real blacksmith would, right? A real blacksmith would work it. They would work it, fire it back up, hammer it, add more iron to it, work it, fire it back up. So it's kind of really, if you think about it, follows real life with this. Cool. Very nice. Very nice. It comes, so I don't really leave town a whole lot. I'm the guy that stays in town all the time, but it will be nice to have that, so we are very thankful. And see, now here's something that's going to happen. Once you get the chain sleeve to the same level as the lump of iron, you cannot improve it with this lump of iron. You have to get a higher quality lump of iron from here and do it. So, and I'll show you what that looks like, possibly. And then we'll improve. And then your skills will continue to go up and up and up. So, look, 9.92. So now if I right click it and improve, it's going to say the lump is in too poor shape. So if I take this lump, put it back in, and grab a higher lump, take that out, double click that, right click it and improve. Now it will let me improve the chain sleeve. So you either go up or need to repair. So that's basically how you do weapons. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the category in the comments box, and we'll get to you guys. I appreciate you watching. There's tons and tons and tons of other recipes in here, and you can look, and let's say if you wanted to do a maul, you could do all kinds of mauls. If you wanted to do a spear, there's different types of spears. So feel free to experiment and make new stuff and work those skills up. Have a great night. See ya.